Hello, hello. This is Chris Sparkle with Marvel Chats. Today we will be discussing the final uh, Miss Marvel episode entitled New Normal, which was a bit of an improvement upon last week's episode in terms of the whole visual style and character arc. We will look at that as well as the end credit sequence and talk about that as it builds onto next summer's The Marvels. You don't want to miss it, stick around. Hello,
Hello.
Dr. Nadi.
Yep.
Yep.
The season-
Okay. Let's see. Let me go back to my notes. No normal. This was actually, I thought, really fun. And as I mentioned in my opening, an improvement over last week.
Oh yeah, very much so. This was a fun episode. It really put like everything on a bow. It answered all the right questions to the previous episode in this episode, and also adds a lot more answers to the questions throughout the series. I love the series. Oh my god, I like the ending and like even the extra credit. But like, I'm ranting on. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you're getting way ahead of myself. I got another, actually, I found another visual background for that, which we can talk about when we get to it.
Gotcha.
So we start immediately after the Circle Q explosion, and then the return to Clutch where she tells her parents and her family, which they already know.
Yeah, which I liked. Oh my god. When
Yeah,
she was trying to explain like I'm like girl, and everyone's like, and the father's like, and she's like, light girl, I mean, it's nightlight. Oh, nightlight, you're that girl. You knew? Yeah,
yeah,
we all knew. When we get the message from Abu, we hear it all. I'm thinking this is totally like a family oriented moment, which I loved. It was cute.
yeah. And then we got yeah uh, we get from there straight to the action. But before that happens, uh, I really like that she finally gets the suit from her mom, which
Yeah.
shows kind of her acceptance into the superhero lifestyle, which we finally see the suit's reveal, which has been building up like all season long.
And we see it all in its glory in the
Yeah,
box when she gets it from her mom. And like, I was not surprised that was going to happen because, like, somehow I had this uncanny feeling, my instincts in my gut, that she was going to get her outfit from her parents.
yeah, it
That was
was,
just a feeling.
yeah, it was perfectly reveal. And yeah, Bruno, Bruno helps Carmine. He doesn't understand his powers. Yeah, new suit mother understands. Um, I like how she's lining up the lights at first, and then stops at the stoplight.
Yeah, like when she was like doing all the stepping in the sky with
Yeah.
her superhero outfit on. It
Mhm.
was great to see that we don't like see her in her outfit just yet. We see like a little glimmer here and there, but when she like steps down to see Cameron and Bruno,
Yeah,
then we see her in her glory.
yeah. The full
Of the great reveal.
yeah. Yeah, it's much like how Falcon and the Winter Soldier teased us, like with the final suit in episode 5, and then we see the full reveal in the last episode.
Yeah, this is why I like Marvel because like they always do good with origin superhero stories. They don't like force like oh here's the costume, here's the outfit. No, here's little by little within gradual times. Then we see it in full.
Yeah,
It was very subtle.
yeah, then yeah, I liked how they brought in like Zoe and Nadia, which yeah was a little yeah surprised they incorporated all of them in at one, but I mean it it kind of it felt good. It kind of flowed with the episode upon like reflection afterwards.
Yeah, when they appear within the episode, it was very like naturally organic. You said it really perfectly.
Yeah,
And like
and
even adding in her Kamala's brother in that scene when they're like being band together and helping to stall for Cameron at the school.
yeah, like how she did the plan, and then they zoomed back, and then he was doing the board instead of her, and she's like, "Oh wait, where did you come from?"
Mom wanted me to, like hang out with you just in case. And
Yeah,
she's like, superhero don't need chaperones.
yeah, it was almost like a breaking the fourth wall moment to me. I'm like, yeah, she's like going at her own pace, and then she turns to her brother like, "Wait, how did you get here?"
Yeah, I
So
can see what you mean when it's kind of like broke the fourth wall.
yeah, so yeah, and then yeah, the new plane distract and stall. So yeah, I really liked how they incorporated Zoe's TikTok into this because she gets help from the community at the end, and the community, even though they all don't know Miss Marvel's identity, they kind of band around her at the end. Um,
Yeah, which I like. It really brings that sense of community, which I
yeah,
really love in film, even in series like this. It's like we really see the love and care for their superheroes. Like, no, that Zoe's sharing all this information, then we see the banding of the community forming together.
yes, exactly. Um, yeah, and then yeah, let's see. Yeah, then I liked when they enacted the plan. I liked how they brought the song from the wedding back, or the wedding song from episode 3 back into the pixel.
That's right. I just realized that just now when you say that. It just like popped in my head just now.
Yeah, yeah, because when I watched it, I didn't realize where it was at first. It took me like maybe 3 or 4 seconds to put it together. I'm like, oh, nice callback.
No, I'm like thinking back in my head just now. It's like no wonder that score sounded familiar because like it just registered in my brain. It took me a few clicks.
Yeah, nice callback, and really, I think, fit in with the like the overall tone of the like the funness of the scene.
And the moment too, it really paid well.
Yeah, so I yeah, I like they brought back like the animation style of the drawing when she was doing it on board. I mean, very good callbacks to like the premiere episode where she was going over the plan to get the Avenger Con, and it wasn't going out perfectly for her. This plan, it seemed almost to go off perfectly without a hitch. So really great callback.
Very good callback. They did a lot of good callbacks in this final episode, even that one.
Yeah, and then yeah, I really like the visual effects. Even the one behind me with the two power dynamics.
Yeah, even with Cameron going through that metro bus underground,
Yeah,
with Bruno running away from the DODC, when he like shoots his hand out and the crystals like formed out, the visuals like was really cool. Even the background scene there of yours.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna turn into like a bad guy at this point, but I mean, I didn't care. This wasn't what the first season was about. Overall, it was about like trying to find your identity, your place in the world. And I mean, if they want to explore like Cameron being like set up as a villain in like season two or another movie, I mean, that's great, but it didn't. I mean, if they brought it in as bad, it wouldn't have fit in overall with the structure of how the series was going.
Yeah, for a brief moment, I thought Cameron and Kamala, when they're in the hall in the school,
Yeah,
and like Cameron's like going through all the emotions of everything.
yeah,
Almost for a brief moment, I thought he was going to go villain against Kamala, but like he almost held that back, and like we didn't see that all the way, which was great. Because I feel like when we hit the Marvels, I feel like we might see a superhero out of Cameron.
yeah, yeah, and the Marvels, yeah. So I'm getting to that. Um, so yeah, and I liked yeah how they uh the I liked how they brought back to the parents at the end. Uh, well, the mother bought her the suit. The father gives her the name of of kind of like Miss Marvel, like Kamala means special Marvel, and that comes in together. And I think she really likes that name better than Nightlight.
Yeah, her dad really like coined the phrase Miss Marvel really well within the dialogue in that moment.
Hmm. And yeah, I liked it how they brought back the parents. Yeah, and I like that image of how they got to the how she got on the lamppost. That was really neat. The overall, like the overall arching view shot of her sitting on the lamppost and then going back down. And then we get the reveal she might be a mutant, which
Yeah,
came out of nowhere for me.
I heard about that was there was going to be a reference about being a mutant. I heard there was a reference going to be about X-Men. I'm just thinking when I'm probably thinking back in my head, probably like towards the end. Long and behold, we saw that towards the end, and I heard that like the X-Men's music was going to be in it. I'm like
Yeah,
thinking this is cool. And when I saw that moment when Bruno was explaining to Kamala about the her change of her genetics, and she's like, let's just don't get into labels right now.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like that little like twine the X-Men soundtrack bit was
yeah. It
great.
was very subtle moment.
Very subtle,
I
very
like
subtle.
how I liked how they incorporated it into the score. I liked the whole thing of how the scene played out. She's like, I'm not. This is could be another label for me.
Yeah,
You've seen, yeah, how they were called as mutants going back to the days of the 2000 X-Men. Hold on. Yes. Yes, Mom. Then yeah, and then in Agents of Shield, when they will call it Inhumans, so they can go both ways on it, making her a
That
mutant or making her inhuman.
that's true. They could. They could even go like both too, maybe. Because like in Agents of Shield, a lot of it was more Inhumans than mutants. But like you're right, they could change the direction of it.
Yeah, and maybe bring mutants into like e- either phase, the end of phase 4 or the start of phase 5, which I think they might be doing next. Um, yeah,
It makes more logic sense for them to do that. The way they set up and they're like their payoffs in their series and films.
yeah. So that, yeah, brings me to, yeah, the virtual background of, yeah,
Here we go.
this scene. Um, that, yeah, uh, yeah, when I saw it, or when I got the trivia from IMDb, it said that this was shot, um, this was shot during the filming of the Marvels,
Interesting.
uh, because the director of uh, the Marvels, Nia DaCosta, uh, did the scene, and then it then nobody was told about it beforehand. Not even the Miss Marvel directors and stuff. And then they incorporated that scene into the post credits. So what we got, I think, is an actual scene from Marvels, like a teaser.
It makes sense. At the same time, this morning, I saw like an ad about the final episode, and there's some talks that it wasn't confirmed, but like some talks was like Kamala shapeshifted into Captain Marvel, and another
I heard,
theory was that like Kamala did not shapeshift into Captain Marvel. Instead, she was teleported out, and somehow Captain Marvel appeared in her bedroom. So I'm
yeah,
kind of curious which one is true. And me watching it the second time around earlier, I'm thinking, I can see both points of view, but somehow I'm feeling that it was her that's shapeshifting. But I
yeah,
could be wrong. I feel like we're going to get that answer in the Marvels.
yeah. I knew Boy Lawson was going to be in the final episode. I think we all knew that. But yeah, I mean, this was kind of a surprise that they used to like this. But I mean, it's Marvel. I mean, they've got like secrets down.
Yeah.
Not
And
gonna deal with.
and wouldn't surprise me either that Kamal has the ability to shapeshift because she can like stretch and enlarge things.
Yeah, they say embiggen, which is the word they use in the comic books for her arms. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, so, but yeah, uh, one of her abilities, yeah, is to like shapeshift, which is in the comic books, which they didn't explore more in the series, uh, like diehard Marvel fans would have thought they would have done. But I mean, it
Right.
turned out interesting at the end.
But they're subtle with Kamala's powers throughout the series. I was like little by little, and like I know this series is going to be like an origin series. It's like the start of everything, and her story rise to the hero rising story, hero's
Mhm.
journey story.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, basically, yeah, the quotes I had, two, one that was like early on in the first trailer was, you if you saved one life, you save the world, which, and then the other quote was, well, she was talking about the new, thus, basically, there is no normal. There's just us and what we do, what we've been given. And I really like that. Those two quotes basically summed up not just this episode for me, but the entire series now that I think about it.
Yeah, I can see that. And those are great quotes too. If
Yes.
you save one life, you can save the world. Very inspirational.
So, all right. So now, yeah, I have a little, yeah, bit, yeah, but I think what will the future of Miss Marvel hold? Um, I really have no idea, but it's good because I heard something that says it's going to be interesting to see because we have Captain Marvel already established. We've got Miss Marvel and we've got the Monica and Bo from WandaVision. So it's going to be interesting to see how all the stories converge.
And intertwined with Miss Marvel. What does it hold? I feel like we're going to see a lot more answers in Miss Marvel. One is the exit credit scene. Did she shapeshift or not shapeshift? Is that Captain Marvel there? How do these characters intertwine in Miss Marvel?
Yeah,
When do they get introduced?
yeah, and then you have the mutation scene, which I did not thought explore in Miss Marvel, or like I said, some other movies down the line, because Kevin Feige is going to Comic Con next week. Um, I don't know if he's
So
going up any of the Phase 5 movies, but yeah, I hope he, because I think he's going to bring up uh, to change gears like Black Panther. Uh, he will talk, I think, about the Marvel some and Ant-Man. But as of Phase 5, I have no idea. Fantastic Four might be another thing that he throws out.
yeah, which I learned like an hour ago. I saw an ad on Facebook and about Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
Um, the director is being changed around, so Steven Spielberg could be directing Fantastic Four. So it's not set in stone or just yet, but like there's going to be a new director to that film. So chances are we could see Steven Spielberg directing a Marvel movie.
maybe that would be fun.
That would. I'm kind of curious his take on it too, his direction. But
And
like, I'm kind of curious who they're going to get for the Fantastic Four, and plus who's going to play Doctor Doom.
yeah, yeah. So it's going to be really interesting. And then I think I think they're setting Miss Marvel up to be a young Avenger at this point.
Oh yeah, I felt like they already started with the Young Avengers little by little, but
Yeah,
like I feel like Miss Marvel will be part of the collective.
yeah, because I mean you've already got like Photon introduced. You've got the new Hawkeye. You've got Kate Bishop. Um, maybe Clint Barton might be back somewhere until you've got
Maybe little Loki.
yeah, you've got
Kid, I meant Kid Loki. I can't believe I said little Loki.
that's a good, you got Miss Marvel set up. Got Moon Knight, which we're talking about possibly set up. I said possibly. Um, and you've got like She-Hulk in there, and already got Ironheart, which will be set up in Black Panther, but she's got her own series coming next year, so you've got her down the line. And yeah, yeah,
They're
all things,
building. They're building. They're
yeah,
creating things.
all things point to maybe like a phase 5 Young Avengers being Avengers 5, so who knows?
Right.
Yeah,
The
so
future is unknown on that.
yeah, so um my overall thoughts. Overall, I thought it was a great series. I like the whole cast. I like the the girl who they got to play Miss Marvel. Perfect.
Yeah, overall, great series, fun series. It's a different take on an origin story, which I like because
Yeah,
original is always the best way to go. Casting, great choice on the casting front. Even finding the actress to play Miss Marvel herself. Um, really well put together. Cinematography, I really like the cinematography in the series, and the
yeah,
dialogue and the screenplay. The visuals, they really topped it off. Oh my god.
yeah, and yeah, like the human connection layer, and yeah, they just built built and built it up. So
Yeah, very much character building, story driven with background story.
yeah, kudos to Marvel for that. And yeah, I kind of like the new haircut they gave like Captain Marvel in the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if she keeps the hair in the in the new one.
time will tell.
So yeah,
That's the future.
yeah, so yeah, I got yeah, I haven't put it, but I'm gonna probably put it on the end of this while going back to Moon Knight. Uh, episode 1 and 2 will be next week. Um, uh,
True.
34th, the following week, July 30th, and August 5th will be 5 and 6. Um, if anything changes, there's like a 2 week break between that and when uh like um She-Hulk premieres. But yeah, if anything changes, I'll let you know.
Gotcha. Likewise with me as well.
Mm-hmm. So all right, that that'll do it for this week. So
Miss Marvel.
yep,
Boom.
boom,
Marvel out.
over out. So first, let me do a plug-in. Um, uh, the scene behind me that you saw me or I talk about is leading to the Marvels movie, which is the name of the Captain Marvel sequel, featuring all 3 of the Marvelous characters in the Marvel cinematic world. Uh, Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, uh, uh, Iman Falani as uh, as Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, and I think I'm saying it like type Kionia appears as Monica Rambeau or Photon, and it'd be interesting to see how those uh, three three stories from the Marvel TV world intertwine with the movie universe. So um, the Marvel is actually going to be next summer, July 23rd, 2023, I believe. So hopefully catch it in theaters and or DVD. If you can see Marvels in theaters, I mean, you can always wait until September when it premieres on Disney Plus. Speaking of Disney Plus, we're gonna talk about Moon Knight next week. It premiered in March, way back in March, and I wanted to do that as basically a premiere for the second year of Marvel Talks. And also, I would like to mention that the last episode, Time and Again, and this episode, No Normal, will make up the 70 or 80 plus minute package that is the final package movie for Pakistani theaters as part of the Miss Marvel Pakistani theatrical release. That will be out in theaters as of Friday until July 31st. Like I said, the last two package movies have been only 1 week release platforms. This one will have a special 2 or 3 week platform release, July 15th through the 31st. So technically it's 35 days. It's not 3 weekends. So it's 2 weekends plus 3 Fridays. So that is all for me. I hope you can join. If you want, you can please join me in talking about Moon Knight. It has already aired, and a lot of people have already seen it. But if you want, you can do your comments on how you like the first 2 episodes of Moon Knight, and you can also talk about Miss Marvel, how you like the series, what your favorite part of it was, and if you haven't seen it, do you plan to binge watch it as a whole season, like I did with Hawkeye? So, but since I'm putting this up on YouTube and my blog, I hope to make it to more of an interactive with the fans of this. So please let us know in your comments. Please like and subscribe. And this is Chris Walker saying Marvel out. Bye-bye.